Kindness stands as a formidable strength within us. When an immense and awe-inspiring sea creature found itself stranded on a beach, humanity rallied to its aid, prepared to be moved by the heartwarming events that unfolded thereafter. Let me take you on a captivating journey featuring the extraordinary humpback whales, renowned for their gentle nature and remarkable intelligence. These magnificent beings reign as the true monarchs of the sea, delighting humans who embark on whale-watching tours to catch a glimpse of their splendor. Their renowned intellect and unwavering loyalty have propelled discussions regarding their rights, with some advocating for granting whales the same legal protections as humans, while the endeavors of animal rights activists to secure these rights face challenges. The unwavering concern and compassion for these gentle giants remain undiminished. The tale I am about to recount will undoubtedly reaffirm this truth. Our story commences on the picturesque Atlantic coast of Argentina, where a charming beach lies in front of a seaside resort. Two humpback whales had been gracefully gliding through the waters, capturing the attention of onlookers for several days. Normally, these majestic creatures would swim alongside their pod, but during this particular period, they seemed content in each other's company, alone amidst the vast ocean. Researchers who had been tracking the pod identified them as a male and female, a bit younger than their friends. Their behavior of breaking off from the pod to go out on their own wasn't completely out of the ordinary. Sometimes mating couples do that, especially if there is a little whale on the way. When the female humpback whale unexpectedly ventured closer to the shore on her own, experts were taken aback by her behavior and closely monitored her. However, astonishment swiftly transformed into concern when she was discovered stranded on the same shore on a Sunday morning. Several explanations exist for why a whale might become beached: misjudging the tide, disorientation due to conflict, age or illness, or sustaining an injury. In this case, it could have been a simple mistake caused by the female's lack of experience. Springtime suggested that the whales may have been in the midst of mating, disrupting their usual patterns. Returning the massive creature to her rightful habitat required an extensive rescue operation, as she was no small being to be effortlessly pushed back into the water. Weighing 8 tons and measuring 32 feet, 11 meters, in length, her size posed a significant challenge. The rescuers harbored concerns that she might be pregnant, considering the season's potential mating activities. The possibility of carrying precious cargo within the immense whale made them even more cautious and determined to provide assistance. Although humpback whales are not currently endangered, their population growth is hindered by climate change and human factors. Therefore, every living whale, especially if pregnant, deserves utmost protection and preservation at all costs. She was spotted on a Sunday afternoon, and rescue operations began as quickly as they could. Everyone who had been involved in at least one rescue operation or knew anything about animals in the seaside resort was called in to help. They came from far and wide in the hopes of being able to pull off a miracle. The sight of the suffering whale brought sadness to the beach, because everybody knew they had quite the journey ahead of them. However, even though this task seemed impossible on its own, they were about to face an even bigger challenge. On Monday, the new challenge emerged in the form of a male whale that got stuck on the shore as well, not too far from the female. A spokesperson from the Rescue Foundation talked to the gathering media and said that the new whale was a male of the same species, 28 feet, 9 meters long, and approximately 7 tons. By Tuesday morning, most of the world had heard the story. There were media everywhere on the beach trying to film the whales while keeping their distance in order to let the rescue operators do their work. The actual rescue team was smaller than the media that had gathered. There were about 30 people on the team, from military to firefighter to civilians, all prepared to step in and save the whales. The group kept releasing statements to keep the media informed. Upon arriving to survey the first animal situation, primary support efforts were immediately carried out, including assuring that the individual's position allowed it to breathe and keep its pectoral fins underwater in order to stabilize its body temperature as much as possible. The organization said they couldn't just push the whale back into the water as much as they wanted to. She was too heavy and deeply stuck into the shallow seabed. It was going to be a long process, and they had to make sure that she was kept stable the whole time. They had more time to work with the male, as he had washed up on shore more recently than the female. The rescuers knew that their time was limited. The whale could not be out of the water too long. At one point, they even faced a terrible setback, because the force of the waves caused the female to flip over and her blowhole went underwater. Given that she was supposed to breathe air with it, the rescuers faced some terrifying moments before they managed to find a way to keep her just upright enough to breathe. Unfortunately, it isn't uncommon for beach whales to end up dying. There are incredibly large creatures and yet extremely delicate outside the water. Sometimes the teams can't work fast enough or don't have the right equipment, and the poor whales spend too much time out of the water. Although whales are mammals that breathe above water, they do need their body temperature stabilized and become easily dehydrated when they are exposed to the sun. The rescue operation proved to be intricate, involving numerous cables, significant force, and the utilization of a backhoe. As word spread, a sizable crowd gathered on the beach, eager to assist in any way they could, even if they lacked expertise. Their support came in the form of cheering on the rescuers and providing food and coffee throughout the night. By sunset, it appeared that they had succeeded in rescuing the female. A sense of relief permeated the air as she gracefully slipped into the ocean and began swimming. However, her limited distance covered and lack of progress raised concerns among the rescuers. It turned out she was unwell, yet it seemed she needed time to acclimate to the water and possibly wait for her companion. The rescue operation for the male commenced in the dead of night, recognized as the more perilous endeavor. Despite their exhaustion, the rescuers pressed on. The male's desperate panting signaled that his survival without water was rapidly diminishing. Employing the same techniques as before, they immediately found success with the male. The crowd erupted in cheers as the whale began to move, even capturing the attention of the female in the water. Though slow, they eventually managed to guide the male back into the water. Without hesitation, he swiftly swam out to sea, leaving the exhausted rescuers to collapse on the beach. They had accomplished their mission. As the crowd looked on, the couple swam farther and farther away. However, just before disappearing into the night, the female turned back towards the shore, bowing her head slightly as if expressing gratitude to the rescuers for saving her and her mate. Cheers erupted from the bystanders on the beach. The extraordinary story quickly traveled across the globe, serving as a source of inspiration for other rescue groups facing similar challenges. Despite the unfortunate circumstances, the rescuers' quick thinking and effective techniques became valuable lessons for handling such unique situations. Today, the beaches of Argentina remain free from stranded whales. It is possible that the couple communicated with their pod, cautioning against approaching the shore. After all, humpback whales are known for their exceptional intelligence. Crowds still gather on the beaches, but now it is to observe the whales gracefully swimming at a safe distance. The seaside resort will forever hold the memory of the day when these two magnificent creatures blessed them with their presence. They will always be grateful for the opportunity to return them to the sea. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and consider to share it with your loved ones. Also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.